All right, guys, so today we're going to be going over the most common objections and rebuttals you guys are going to be getting in this business, where whoever overcomes the most objections is the one that helps the most families. So I hope this is helpful. But you have to realize the psychology of an objection. All an objection is simply just an excuse. Treat it as such. Anytime you get an objection, simply acknowledge, move on. Acknowledge, move on. No change in mood, no change in tonality, simply acknowledge, move on. And you move on by following it up with a question. So let's get into it. Number one, I already got this taken care of. Perfect. That's the reason for my call. I see that on your file here. To confirm I'm speaking with the right person, looks like the address we have on file is 123 Main Street. I'm not interested. Perfect, John. Most people aren't interested until they either pass away or they get cancer or God forbid something happens and they're unable to pay for their home. Anyway, looks like the address we have on file is 123 Main Street. Take me off the list. Well, to be frank with you, John, there is no list. And I'm sorry, you must be confused because this is the request that you had submitted, in terms of God forbid you become sick, disabled, passed away, your home is taken care of for your family. Make sure I'm speaking with the right person. Looks like the address we have on file for the mortgage is the 123 Main Street. Is that correct? I'm busy right now. Can you call me back? Perfect, John. I'm busy too. We're real backed up. I'll make this brief. Grab a pen and paper for me real quick and we'll get this knocked out. Should take about 10 minutes or so. I already have the coverage through my work. That's perfect, John. Yeah, most of our clients do have work coverage and it is affordable. And of course, take full advantage of that while you're working. As you're already aware, of course, if you lose your job, you become fired, you retire, you're disabled, anything happens, you lose that work coverage as well. And John, these are private bills, so this is meant to be supplemented with private insurance. I can't afford this. I understand, John, and I understand the bills are tight, but to be frank with you, that's exactly why you need this. Because looking at the situation here, it looks like you and Mary are both working full time, and the bills are tight the way it is with two sources of income. Let me ask you, God forbid something were to happen to one of you guys, whether you did become sick, disabled, or you passed away, what would that look like financially for your family? I'm assuming you guys were simply just looking for some sort of practical, affordable coverage to protect you guys, God forbid one of those scenarios were to occur. We don't need the mortgage protection. We've got our home covered with our life insurance. That's perfect, John. The majority of our clients do have life insurance in addition to the mortgage protection, but has anybody explained to you guys the difference between life insurance and mortgage protection? Okay, gotcha. So life insurance and mortgage protection are actually the exact same, as they both pay out as a check directly to your beneficiary when you pass away. The reason that mortgage protection is actually a little bit better than life insurance is it also covers you on the living side as well. So what that means is, God forbid any situation where you guys were to become sick, disabled, any cancer, heart attack, stroke, any sort of critical, terminal, or chronic illness, that policy is paying out as well in order to supplement the loss of income, pay for any medical bills, or whatever else may occur. Because I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but the biggest cause of home foreclosures is actually not a death. It's either A, unforeseen medical bills, or B, being disabled for a period of time and not being able to work. So the reason our clients love it so much is it covers you on both ends, and you're 89% more likely to have an unforeseen illness or disability than you are to pass away. Does that make sense? We already sold our home. Perfect. That's the reason for my call. That's actually why it's showing up here as incomplete. What's the new updated mortgage address? I'll get your file updated for you guys. I don't remember filling that out. No worries, John. To be honest with you, I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. Just to simply refresh your memory, this is the protection that protects you and your family. God forbid if you were to become sick, disabled, or pass away. Make sure I'm speaking with the right person. It looks like I have your date of birth here as 1/1/67. Is that correct? All right, perfect. Grab a pen and paper and we can get your options knocked out for you. Why do you need my social? So, John, at the beginning of this call, I had shot you over my digital business card along with my state license to validate all my credentials. But to answer your question, is just like any other insurance application or when you go to buy a car, they have to verify your identity. Secondly, is a health check, where it simply runs your MIB report, which stands for Medical Information Bureau. Simply all that is, John, is basically your credit report for your health. But it looks like the best mailing address we have for the policy is the 123 Main Street. Is that correct? Why do you need my banking? So, number one, John, the insurance companies do have to verify that there is no prior insurance fraud, money laundering, or anything else illegal linked to your account, as well as that's obviously how you're going to be paying for the policy. God willing, we can get you approved. Anyway, it looks like the routing number we have on file for your Chase account is the 071000013. Is that correct? I already have 2 life insurance policies. Why do I need any more? That's perfect, Mary. The majority of my clients actually have about 3 to 4 life insurance policies. Anyway, it looks like I have your date of birth here. Is this? Yeah, I already got that taken care of. That's perfect, John. I actually see that on your file here, and that's the reason for my call. To make sure I'm speaking with the right person, it looks like the address we have on file for the policy is the 123 Main Street. Yep. And I got your date of birth here as 11/26/67. Perfect. All right, John, you should have gotten that policy packet in the mail. Did you get that? Okay, perfect. And let me update your file here so you don't keep getting these calls. Which one of our companies were you helped with? America. Okay, gotcha. And was that the complete plan or the partial plan? Okay, perfect. Yep, I got your file pulled up here, John. And it looks like you were helped with one of our junior underwriters. And I'm the supervisor. Do a courtesy follow-up. And John, I'm just trying to think, why were you placed with American Income Life? Okay. Do you have quite a few health issues or what's going on? Oh, you're healthy? Okay. Just trying to see. Gotcha. That's why your file is actually incomplete because you're placed in a pretty high risk class here. Grab your driver's license. I'm gonna run it through our carriers to see if we can get you and your family a better option on your coverage. I'm driving. Can you call me back? No worries, John. I'm just going into a meeting myself. But pull over real quick because I know that protecting your family is the most important thing to you, which is why you had submitted this request to us. So pull over. Should take about 10 minutes or so. We'll get this knocked out and we'll get you on your way.